Anger starts with just a spark, a burn beneath the skin. Annoyance, fury, irritants, a storm that stirs within. But let it grow unspoken, let it boil, let it blind, and fury turns to violent hate that poisons heart and mind. Sadness sits in quiet rooms with tear-stained lullabies. Grief and melancholy dance beneath the weeping skies, but drown too deep in sorrow when hope no longer calls, and sadness turns to cold despair where all the sunlight falls. Fear can be a sentinel, a whisper in the air, a caution or a trembling step, a prudent kind of care. But let it grow too monstrous, let it lock you in its grip, and fear becomes a prison cell on panic's sinking ship. Every feeling has a place, a rhythm and a rhyme, but push it past its boundary and it robs you of your time. Emotions are like rivers, they heal or they divide, so sail them with intention or be swept up by the tide. Enjoyment's in the laughter, in the thrill of morning light, in fun and bliss and ecstasy that lift you into flight. But ride too high without a ground, without a steady frame, and joy becomes a manic fire, a never-ending flame. Love is an acceptance and the trust we freely give, kindness, care, connection, the reason why we live. But if it turns obsessive or a need that clings too tight, then love can blur to fantasy and delude your very sight. Surprise can be a marvel, a wonder unforeseen, but if it breaks the fabric of what is or might have been, then shock becomes a panic and wonder breaks apart, and what once thrilled the senses now fragments the heart. Disgust can be discerning, a boundary held with grace, but when it turns to loathing or hatred for a face, then scorn can breed compulsion or make the soul recoil from life itself and all the mess within the mortal coil. Shame will whisper softly when we've strayed from what is true, a chance to make amends and feel remorse renew. But let it stew and fester till you feel you are the crime, and shame becomes a fractured mind lost outside of time. Every feeling has a place, a rhythm and a rhyme, but push it past its boundary and it robs you of your time. Emotions are like rivers, they heal or they divide, so sail them with intention or be swept up by the tide.